for you too. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started. Today I'm going to be doing a simple yet delicious side dish. It's called hash brown casserole. Now this is part of my dinner tonight, which I'll be serving fried chicken for my dinner. So I just want to show you how to put this casserole together in case you want to try something different from just your regular side dishes. So let's get started with the ingredients that you're going to need to make this delicious casserole. You're going to need half and half onion, sliced up onion. You're going to need cheese. You can use your favorite type of cheese. I'm going to use two different types. I'm going to use Swiss cheese and I'm going to use mozzarella cheese. Now it does not matter what brand you get. You can get the store brand if you like, but I'm going to go with these two particular types of cheese. You're going to need chives and onion Philadelphia cheese spread. Now, you don't have to use the brand name. You can use the store cheese spread, but you need it to be chives and onion. You're going to need butter. Of course, you're going to need your hash browns. And because I'm cooking for a lot of people, you know I cook a lot. So this is going to be, I'm going to be using two 26-ounce packages of hash browns. You're going to need salt and pepper, and you will need fresh chives. I'm going to cut them up as well. Now you will need a casserole dish. This one is oversized. You're going to need to have this buttered, and you're going to need a pot just to mix up and warm up your ingredients. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to get everything ready, and I will meet you at the stove. I need to slice up my onions, and I need to get my hash browns together. I'll meet you at the stove. Be right back. Okay, now I'm back, and I'm getting ready to, in this large pot, I'm going to go ahead and put my spreadable cream cheese. And this is not quite enough. I already had it on. That's why you can hear it. So I'm going to go ahead and add the milk. So this is 2 cups of milk. Okay. And it's supposed to be 8 ounces of the cream cheese, the onions and chives cream cheese. That is only a 7-ounce packet. So I'm going to add a little bit more from another packet to make it 8 ounces. Okay, now I'm going to add into this the salt and the pepper. There goes the pepper. There goes the salt. And I'm going to add in my onions. Now, I slice my onions. You can chop your onions. You don't have to use this many. I'm using this many because my family happen to love onions. So I'm just going ahead and adding a lot of onions. But all you really need is just a hint of onions. So if you want to use onion powder instead of onions, you can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir this, and I'm going to, while it's over this heat, I'm going to mix this until all of these ingredients are well blended. In other words, I want the milk and the cream cheese. I want that to dissolve, and I want it to be well blended. So I don't want these lumps here. So I'll mix this, and as soon as I get this well blended, then I'll bring you back and I'll show you the next step. I'll be right back. Now I'm back, and as you can see, my cream cheese and my half and half has mixed well together, and the only thing that you really see down in there is just the onions, okay, and the other seasonings that you see. So now what I'm going to do is to add my hash browns to this mixture, and I'm going to blend all of this well together. I want to make sure that I get everything out of there. Okay, now that was 1 20-ounce pack, so you need 2 20-ounce packs of hash browns. So I'm going to add in the rest, and it smells really good because you can smell those onions coming up out of this dish. I have a little bit more hash browns over in the bag, but I want to make certain that I get everything well incorporated so that there's a little bit of the sauce that can get on the hash browns. Okay, so that's all of my hash browns. Like I said, I have two 20-ounce packs of hash browns, or bags of hash browns. And you're going to need kind of a large size pot because you want to make certain that you can get sauce on all of your hash browns. Okay, now you're going to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. For the first 30 minutes, you're going to cook this covered. So I'm just going to put a piece of aluminum foil over it. And then I'm going to take that off after the 30 minutes is up. And I'm going to cook it for another 15 to 20 minutes with no covering on top of the casserole. Okay, now all of that is well blended together. So I'm going to go ahead and start to layer my buttered dish. Here is my buttered casserole dish. So you want to put a layer of the potatoes into your dish. And if you can smell this, this really smells good. This is a perfect side dish. Okay, so you're going to spread that out in your dish, in your baking dish. And then on top of that, you're going to add some of your chives. And I'm going to have the recipe as I always do at the bottom. So you can make this, but I think your family will really love it, especially if they love potatoes and onions and cheese. Now I'm going to add some of the mozzarella. Like I said, you can add any cheese that you want to add. I'm just covering that with a layer of the mozzarella, and then I'm going to cover it with a layer of the Swiss. Now these are not strong cheeses, so it's not enough to really take away from the taste of the potatoes and the onion spread that's in here. Next to that, I had a little bit of leftover mild cheddar, and I told you can add any cheese that you want. So instead of just throwing that cheese away, I'm just going to go ahead and add just a little bit of the mild cheddar that I had. You don't have to do that. I'm just doing it because I had it. Okay, now after you do that, you're going to repeat the process. You're going to go back in, and you're going to put another layer of your potatoes. And this really looks good. It smells delicious. And when you serve that, you can just imagine how it's going to taste with some fried chicken. Okay. Now once you do that, then you're going to repeat your other stages. That is, you're going to put on your chives. You're going to add to your chives your mozzarella. You don't have to use two different types of cheeses. You can just use one. I just wanted to do it with the mozzarella because I like the pull that you get from mozzarella. And the Swiss is not a strong tasting cheese to me. So I think that these two cheeses complement each other very well. And then I'm going to add my Swiss. And it doesn't matter what brand you get. Whatever brand your store got, that's what brand you get. Now, I'm going to repeat the process with the little bit that I have left. This really looks good. And I think your family will really, truly enjoy this dish. I think it's a great twist on a favorite dish. Because people love potatoes. Family members always love potatoes. Potatoes pretty much go with anything. really looks good. Trying to get every little bit. Okay, now, I want you to just take a look in the pot. There was nothing left. So your sauce should not be runny. There's absolutely nothing left. Now everything is in my baking dish. Now on top of this, spread out that last little bit as best you got. Now on top of this, I'm going to repeat the process. That's the remainder of my chives. That's the remainder of my mozzarella cheese. And the remainder of my Swiss cheese. Okay. Now to top this, I have some melted butter here. This is roughly 3 tablespoons of melted butter. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit on top of this. Alright, now I'm going to cover this, and it looks very good. Okay, I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to bake it in my oven for 30 minutes at 375 degrees. Then I'll bring you back when I get ready to take the top off, and I'll bake it for an additional 15 to 20 minutes, just so it can get brown around the sides and maybe a little bit on the top. And then I'll bring you back. So if you don't have something to cover your dish like a top, just go ahead and use your foil. Okay, I'll put this in my oven and I'll see you in 30 minutes. Be right back. It's been about 30-35 minutes, so let's take the aluminum foil off and let it cook the rest of the way. And I know it's kind of hot, but it smells delicious. Didn't want to take it out of the... I don't have to. Okay. I mean, it smells really good. So you can see it's bubbling, but now it has to brown. It is browning in some places. You can see it browning right there, but it looks delicious. So I'm going to leave it in for the next 15 minutes, and then I'll bring it back when I get ready to take it out. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and the timer just went off, so we're going to go ahead and remove this from the oven. Alright, now I'm frying chicken on one side of my stove, and I told you that I was having fried chicken for my dinner. There it is. Now, you will know that it's done because you see the sides of it, you see the brown. That lets you know that it's done. You're not going to get the brown part. You can get the brown part in the center of the casserole, but that cheese would be too hard. So it's better to take it out like it is now. You know that I use white cheese. So white cheese is going to produce a white color, not unless you let it brown. And you do see specks of brown, and that's good enough. Now you have to wait 10 minutes until you cut this because you want it to set. And that's exactly what it's going to do now. So what I'm going to do is, and I need that 10 more minutes to get my chicken fried anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave this here for the next 10 minutes. And when I get ready to dig into it, to plate it, I'll bring you right back. Be right back. Now I'm back, and I'm going to be frying chicken for a minute. So I just wanted to go ahead and dish you up a plate because it's been about 10 minutes and this is ready. It's still warm, but it's ready. It's good and cheesy on the inside. There you go. And I'm still frying chicken on the other side. So I'm going to add a couple pieces of chicken to this. And I know pretty much everybody knows how to fry chicken, but if you want me to do a video on fried chicken, I'll be glad to do it. So there you have it. Chris is making hash brown casserole and fried chicken. And as always, thank you for watching Chris Cook for You Too. Bye.